The alien nurse looked terrified, then whispered, "I gave you the wrong serum." Approximate, 2,050 words. Beginning, the experiment that wasn't supposed to fail. The first thing I remembered when I woke up in the sterile, humming med bay was the scent of ozone and the faint echo of alarms. My name is Dr. Marcus Hale, xenobiologist aboard the Erebus 9, a deep space research station orbiting the gas giant Artheon. We were studying a new species of microorganism discovered within the planet's ion storms, organisms capable of surviving temperatures that melted steel. The project was called Serum Protocol, Synthetic Evolution and Regeneration Adaptation Program for Humans. The goal: use alien biosera to strengthen human physiology for long-term space survival. On paper, it was the future of humanity's expansion. In reality, it was a ticking time bomb. My head throbbed. The sterile light stabbed my eyes as I tried to sit up. A soft hand pressed against my shoulder. "Don't move," said a voice, soft, melodic, but not human. Standing beside me was Nara, one of the Zellerians, a crystalline-skinned alien race who joined the Research Alliance a decade ago. Her translucent blue eyes shimmered like liquid light, her voice calm but edged with something uneasy. "You shouldn't be awake yet," she said, scanning my vitals. "The serum takes at least 12 hours to stabilize." "Serum?" I asked groggily. "What's serum?" Then I saw it. A small injector on the tray beside me, labeled Seraph, A12. My name was written on the data tag. My pulse spiked. "Wait, you actually administered it?" I wasn't supposed to be the test subject. Nara's expression froze. She swallowed, or at least mimicked the motion humans used when nervous. "There was an incident," she whispered. "Your assistant was contaminated during calibration." I had to act fast. The serum was the only way to neutralize the pathogen. I sat up despite the pain, my skin burning with static. "You injected me with an untested alien compound." Her glowing hands trembled slightly. "It was either that or you would have died." She turned away, her luminescent veins pulsing faster, a Zellerian sign of stress. That was when I noticed the second injector on the tray. The label read Seraph BX, and the cap was broken. "Nara," I said slowly, dread pooling in my gut. "Which one did you use?" She hesitated. Then her voice cracked like glass. "I gave you the wrong serum." Middle, the transformation. The words echoed in my mind like an alarm that wouldn't shut off. Wrong serum. My veins were already glowing faintly beneath my skin, threads of silver light tracing my arms. "What does that mean?" I demanded. What was BX supposed to do? Nara stepped back, her crystalline features reflecting the medbay's light like a fractured mirror. BX was a control variant, a hybrid between Zellerian and human cell regeneration protocols. It wasn't meant for living subjects. I tried to steady my breathing. "You're telling me you injected alien DNA directly into me?" Her voice trembled. "Not just DNA. It's adaptive matter. A living biointerface designed to merge with sentient hosts." My body began to convulse. Every nerve felt electrified. I clutched the edge of the med bed as pain exploded through my spine like molten lightning. My reflection in the glass showed veins glowing brighter, shifting from silver to deep cerulean. "Nara," I gasped. "It's moving." She rushed forward, placing her hands over my chest. Her palms emitted a steady pulse of energy, bioluminescent tendrils wrapping around me like a cocoon. My vision blurred. I could hear her voice faintly through the pain. "Marcus, listen to me. The serum is trying to adapt to your genetic structure. You must not resist it. If you fight, your cells will reject the integration." "Integration?" I shouted through clenched teeth. "I'm not a damn experiment." My sentence ended in a scream as the pain peaked, then suddenly, silence. I fell forward, panting. My skin cooled. The veins faded, leaving faint glowing lines across my forearms. My pulse stabilized. For a moment, I thought it was over. Then I heard it. A whisper. Inside my mind. "You're awake." I froze. "Did you say something?" I asked Nara. She looked confused.
No.
But I heard it again, this time clearer, like a voice carried on electricity. "You are mine now, Marcus Hale." My eyes widened. "There's something in me." Nara's face went pale, or as pale as crystal skin could get. She reached for a diagnostic scanner. That shouldn't be possible. The serum shouldn't have consciousness. The lights flickered. The medbay monitors spiked with strange readings, nonlinear bioelectric surges pulsing through me. Nara looked horrified. The BX strain wasn't supposed to bond. It was a failed prototype derived from my species' ancient bioweapon program. It was never meant for humans. I stood up slowly, every movement feeling different. Enhanced. My senses stretched outward. I could feel the hum of machinery, the electromagnetic pulse of the station, even Nara's heartbeat resonating faintly like a musical rhythm. "What is happening to me?" she whispered. "You're becoming something neither of our species has ever seen." The revelation, a secret buried in space. Over the next few days, Nara isolated me in the quarantine bay. The research team wasn't told the truth. She claimed I had caught an alien virus. Only she knew the serum had fused my biology with Silurian matter. Each night, the voice in my head grew louder. Sometimes it whispered in languages I didn't understand. Other times it showed me images. Memories of a world covered in shimmering towers and oceans of light, the Silurian homeworld. One night, I confronted Nara. "This serum, this consciousness, it knows you. It shows me your world. Why?" She looked at me with sorrow. "Because it is part of me." "What do you mean?" She sighed. "The BX strain was built from my genome. It was extracted from my lineage, a royal bloodline responsible for creating sentient bioweapons during the Silurian Wars. When I joined the Human Alliance, I swore never to speak of it. The serum you carry, it recognizes me as its progenitor." I took a step back. "You're saying this thing inside me is your offspring?" "In a way, yes," she said quietly. "It carries fragments of my ancestral consciousness. That's why it speaks to you." I felt dizzy. "Then what does it want?" She hesitated. "To finish what it was designed for, perfect symbiosis." Before I could respond, alarms blared. The station shuddered. Over the intercom, Captain Reyes' voice crackled through static. "Containment breach in Sector 3. Unknown bioform detected." We exchanged a look, dread and recognition. "It's calling something," I whispered. Nara nodded grimly. "It isn't just merging with you, Marcus. It's transmitting." The escalation. Humanity's mistake. We ran to the control deck. Through the viewing glass, the gas giant Arthean raged with violet storms. But beyond it, something massive moved through the clouds. A vessel? No. A living construct, emerging from hyperspace. Its skin pulsed with the same blue light that now shimmered beneath mine. Reyes turned to me. "Hale, what the hell did your experiment summon?" Before I could answer, the ship's energy signatures enveloped Erebus 9. Every system went dark. In the silence, the voice in my head spoke again, calm, commanding. "We have found you, hybrid." The medbay doors blew open. Tendrils of light slithered through the air like sentient mist. The crew screamed as the energy scanned them, ignoring all except me. Nara stepped between us. "Stop," she shouted in Silurian. "He is under my protection." The tendrils paused, then reshaped into a holographic figure, tall and regal. A Xelerian war form. Its voice resonated through the ship. You defied your people, Nara of the royal line. And now your creation threatens balance. The human must be taken. I felt something awaken inside me, a surge of power, not entirely mine. The lights flickered back to life, and the tendrils snapped toward me. Instinctively, I raised my hand, and a shockwave burst from my palm, vaporizing them instantly. The hologram flinched. Impossible. Nara looked stunned. You just repelled a war construct. No human could. I'm not just human anymore, I said softly. The climax, the choice between two worlds. The Xelerian ship demanded my surrender. They threatened to annihilate Erebus. 9 if I didn't comply. Captain Reyes wanted to fight, but Nara shook her head. You can't destroy them. They exist partly outside physical space. The only one who can stop them is Marcus. The voice in my mind returned, softer now. Join us, hybrid. You were made to ascend. You will not die like your kind. I gritted my teeth. And if I refuse? Then they will all perish. Nara touched my arm. You don't have to go alone. I can link with you. Together, we might sever their connection. What happens to us if we fail? She smiled faintly. Then we go together. We entered the interface chamber. I stepped into the core amplifier while Nara linked her consciousness to mine. For a heartbeat, I felt everything, her memories, her pain, her hope. And for the first time, I understood. She hadn't just been a nurse. She had been hiding from her own kind, trying to redeem the horrors her species created. The Xelerian warship began to charge its weapon. The Erebus shook violently. The countdown echoed through the comms. 10-9. I reached into the link, feeling the alien energy inside me respond. 7-6. Nara whispered, Now, Marcus. We unleashed the fusion. A blinding surge of white-blue light erupted from the core, connecting me directly to the enemy vessel. Through the link, I saw their minds cold, efficient, endless. And I tore it apart. The feedback shattered the Xelerian ship into fragments of light that dissolved into space. Silence returned. But when the light faded, Nara was on the floor, fading, her crystalline skin dimming. I knelt beside her. You did it, she whispered weakly. You saved them. No, I said, tears burning my eyes. We did. Her glowing hand reached for mine. Promise me, don't let them use you. You are not a weapon. You are proof we can be more. Her light flickered one last time, and then faded into me, merging completely. Ending. The human who wasn't. Weeks later, the Erebus, 9 was silent again, orbiting the same stormy world. The Alliance declared the incident classified. They didn't want word of the hybrid event spreading. But at night, I could still hear her voice. Nara, not from memory, but from within. She lived inside me now, a whisper of light guiding every thought. Sometimes when I looked out at the stars, I could feel the pulse of something vast, the echo of that living ship still out there, waiting. And sometimes, I wondered what I'd become. My reflection no longer looked fully human. My eyes glowed faintly blue, my veins like threads of light. I wasn't Marcus Hale, scientist of Earth, anymore. I was the bridge between species, the accident that changed everything. And somewhere deep inside me, Nara's voice would whisper softly, The wrong serum. Marcus was never a mistake.